What's up, y'all? So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to take you through a few underbutt focused workouts. So there's not really a muscle that's just for the underbutt. However, there are exercises you can do that will enhance it more, and it's definitely a body part that I tried to work on, and I know a lot of other women try to work on as well. So what I suggest is pick, 2, 3, 4 of these exercises, throw them into your leg day, or at least do them once a week. I wouldn't do all of them at once just because I don't think that'll be very effective. But anyways, I started off with 5 minutes on the Stairmaster. I just do different variations of it just to warm up, get the blood flowing, and then of course I stretched after this. I didn't get a very good angle of this, but the first exercise here is the Romanian Deadlift, and I do have my toes lifted on a 5-pound plate. And these are specifically tension deadlifts, so at the top, you don't want to squeeze your butt, like you don't want to make an ugly butt. You are going to focus on your underbutt, and you will feel that. So come all the way down, and at the top, there still should be tension, and you just focus the squeeze on your underbutt. You will feel it. This is the same idea. So here we're going to do good mornings, and I believe I had a 45-pound bar here. You don't want to go too heavy because you could cause a neck injury. And while you do this, I don't have any plate under my feet or anything. The purpose of the plate in the previous exercise is just to feel more depth in my hamstrings. However, for this, I typically do it flat-footed. And again, you don't want to do an ugly butt at the top of this. You're just going to focus on squeezing your underbutt. And make sure you keep your core tight and keep your back flat. And you'll definitely feel this as well. These always get me super fatigued. Here I am supersetting. So the first one is the reverse hack squat. Again, focusing on the underbutt instead of doing an ugly butt. So if you look into the mirror on the left side, my butt stays like rounded. You don't want to create the ugly butt. So my feet are about hip width, shoulder width apart, a little bit further than that, and my toes are pointed out. And just focus on squeezing at the underbutt. That's going to be the main similarity between all of these exercises, and you will feel it. Here is just the basic hack squat, and this gets a little bit, you have to know where to put your feet. You got to play with it depending on your height. I'm really short, so I put it at the base. And this one will work your quads as well, especially like your inner quads. But when you come up, obviously don't straighten your legs all the way, just squeeze all the way up through your underbutt. Now we move on to the single leg hip thrust. These were actually shown to me. They're a basic exercise, but I typically always go heavy with hip thrusts, like 135 pounds plus. But these were shown to me by Jermaine, the guy whose gym I went to a few videos back. And he told me to focus or try to put the pressure in my heel, not in my toes, the foot that's on the ground, which is something that I struggle with. These hurt so bad. And, I'm just so used to basic hip thrust that doing single leg is pretty brutal. You'll feel this in your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. You'll feel it everywhere. And I just follow that with just basic hip thrusts as well. It will hurt. Then I did the seated hack squat, or the V squat, whatever you want to call it. And I have my feet fairly close together here, maybe like 2 inches apart. And I go all the way down because I'm so short. So again, I have to place my feet pretty low, and you don't want to straighten your legs all the way, of course, but focusing on the underbutt. So these are pretty painful, but you'll definitely feel it. A little bit of quad work as well. Here we have some glute raises on a bench, and you could do a flat bench because you'll still be able to, raise your legs and all that, but I just wanted a little bit more depth, a little bit more stretch. And these I started out without doing any weight, and I did feel a bit of a workout, but I wanted to up it up a little bit more, so I used the 10-pound dumbbell, which you're going to see in a second, and that actually made me super sore the next day. I don't typically do these, but they definitely target the hamstrings. My inner thighs were sore, my underbutt was sore, my butt was sore, everything. So make sure you do these slowly. Make sure you keep control of your legs when you lower down. The last workout is the ball hip thrusts. So this takes a lot of balance, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, which is nice. You could also do this on a bench if you'd like to, but with the ball, you will have to focus on balancing as well. So just bring your hips up and down, and I typically don't let my butt drop. I keep the tension there. And you'll have a shapely underbutt in no time. Thanks, y'all.